The people who change the world. The people who change the world never fit inside it. I am Monkey D. Luffy, and for most of my life, I never fit in. Not because I tried to be different, because I refused to become someone I wasn't. That's a dangerous thing in this world. People say they value individuality, but what they often reward is conformity. Think about it. The moment you think differently, people question you. The moment you dream differently, people laugh at you. The moment you refuse to follow the crowd, people call you strange. That's how society protects itself. It teaches people to fit in, to stay predictable, to stay comfortable, because different people create uncertainty, and uncertainty makes people uncomfortable. That's why the world often rejects unusual people before it respects them. History repeats the same pattern. First, they mock you. Then they doubt you. Then they fight you. Then they wonder how you succeeded. Most people never reach the last stage. Why? Because the pressure to fit in is powerful. Humans want acceptance, want approval, want belonging. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes, acceptance comes with a price. The price of your authenticity, your real thoughts, your real dreams, your real identity. Many people pay that price without realizing it. Little by little, they become a version of themselves designed to please everyone else. And eventually, they wake up feeling empty because they gained approval, but lost themselves. I refused that trade. Not because it was easy, because I understood something important. The crowd rarely creates greatness. The crowd follows. The people who change the world usually walk alone first. They believe things others don't believe. They see possibilities others don't see. They continue moving when everyone else says stop. That's why they appear strange. Not because they're wrong, because they're early. And being early often feels lonely. People won't always understand your mindset. They won't always understand your ambition. They won't always understand your vision. That's okay. Understanding is not required for you to continue. The moment you stop needing everyone's approval, you become free. Free to think differently. Free to dream differently. Free to become someone the world has never seen before. That's the dark truth. The people who fit perfectly into every crowd rarely change anything. The people willing to stand apart are the ones who leave a mark on the world. Being different sounds inspiring until you experience it, because being different is often lonely. People admire uniqueness from a distance, but when they encounter it in real life, they become uncomfortable. Why? Because different people challenge normal thinking. Their actions ask questions. Their mindset asks questions. Their existence asks questions. Questions many people don't want to answer. That's why society often labels people before understanding them. Weird, unrealistic, impossible, crazy. Those labels are easier than curiosity. Easier than admitting someone sees the world differently. Most people surrender at this stage. Not because they're weak, because loneliness is heavy. The desire to belong is powerful. Humans naturally seek tribes, seek acceptance, seek connection. But every great transformation requires a period of isolation. A period where your vision makes sense only to you. A period where nobody claps. Nobody believes. Nobody understands. That's where most dreams die. Not from failure, from social pressure. The pressure to become normal, to lower your standards, to shrink your ambitions, to stop making others uncomfortable. And slowly, people trade their uniqueness for acceptance. That's the tragedy. They gain approval, but lose their potential, because the version of you that changes the world will never be created by copying everyone else. It can only be created through authenticity, through staying true to your values when it would be easier to conform, through protecting your vision when others mock it, through continuing your journey when nobody else sees what you see. That's why loneliness doesn't always mean you lost. Sometimes it means you're growing beyond environments that no longer understand you. That's a painful realization, but it's also freeing, because now you stop measuring your worth through acceptance. You measure it through alignment. Are you becoming who you're meant to become? That's the only question that matters. The crowd may reject you today, but the future is often built by people who were misunderstood in the present. That's why I never tried to fit in, because I'd rather walk alone as myself than belong everywhere as someone else. There comes a moment in every person's life when they face a choice: be accepted or be authentic. Most people don't even realize they're making that choice, because it happens slowly. A dream gets smaller, an opinion stays unspoken, a goal gets abandoned. Not because it was impossible, because it made other people uncomfortable. That's how individuality dies. Not through failure, through compromise. Little by little, people start becoming versions of themselves that are easier to accept, safer, predictable, less threatening, and the world rewards them for it. More approval, more acceptance, less criticism. But there's a hidden cost. Every time you betray your true self, something inside you becomes weaker. Not physically, spiritually, because deep down, you know you're living for someone else's expectations. That's why approval is dangerous. Not because approval is bad, because dependence on approval is. The moment your happiness depends on other people's opinions, you surrender control of your life. Now strangers control your confidence. Strangers control your decisions. Strangers control your future. That's a prison, and most people live inside it without realizing. I refused that prison. Not because criticism didn't hurt, because I realized something important. People will judge you anyway. If you're weak, they judge you. If you're strong, they judge you. If you fail, they judge you. If you succeed, they judge you. So why build your life around opinions that constantly change? That realization creates freedom. Now you stop chasing approval. You start chasing purpose. You stop asking, will they like me? And start asking, is this who I truly want to become? That's the turning point. Because once you stop needing permission to be yourself, your growth accelerates. Your confidence becomes internal. Your standards become higher. Your vision becomes clearer. And suddenly, being different no longer feels like a weakness. It becomes your greatest strength. Because the crowd follows trends, but people who embrace their authentic selves create them. That's why I never tried to fit in. I wasn't born to blend into the world. I was born to chase my own path, even if I had to walk it alone. So now, you understand why I never tried to fit in. Because fitting in was never the goal. Becoming myself was, and those are not always the same thing. The world will always try to shape you into something safer, something quieter, something easier to understand. Because unique people make others uncomfortable. They challenge old beliefs, challenge old limits, challenge the idea of what's possible. That's why different people are often misunderstood. Not because they're wrong, because they're uncommon. Most people need proof before they believe. But visionaries believe before proof exists. That's what makes them look crazy at first. Every great dream begins as an unpopular idea. Every great achievement begins as something people doubt. And every extraordinary person spends time being misunderstood. That's the price. The price of originality. The price of ambition. The price of refusing to become ordinary. Most people aren't willing to pay it. They choose acceptance, choose comfort, choose the safety of blending into the crowd. And maybe that's easier. But easy paths rarely lead to meaningful lives. Because deep down, you know when you're betraying yourself. You know when you're shrinking your dreams. You know when you're pretending to fit somewhere you don't belong. That feeling never disappears. That's why authenticity matters. Not because everyone will support it, because you'll finally respect yourself. And self-respect is worth more than temporary approval. The moment you stop living for other people's expectations, your life changes. Now, criticism loses power. Doubt loses power. Rejection loses power. Because your direction no longer depends on their opinion. It depends on your purpose. That's real freedom. The freedom to be misunderstood. The freedom to stand alone. The freedom to continue your path even when nobody understands where it's leading. And here's the dark truth. The people who change the world are rarely accepted in the beginning. They're questioned, mocked, ignored, rejected. But they continue anyway. Because they understand something most people never learn. You don't need everyone's approval to become extraordinary. You only need the courage to remain yourself. So if people don't understand you, good. If your dreams seem strange, good. If your path looks different from everyone else's, good. Keep walking it, because the goal was never to fit into the world. The goal was to become the person you were meant to be. And sometimes, that requires standing alone long before you stand out. Would you rather be accepted by everyone or become the person you're truly meant to be? Comment. Be different anyway.